Hi, Jona. In order to get a better understanding of the whole topic, I have a few questions.
Yeah, sure. Thanks for having me.
So, what exactly does ecosystem mean in the business world, and why is it so important?
Well, if we think of ecosystems in nature, different species depend on each other to survive. In a similar way, in a supply chain, different players from raw material suppliers to manufacturers to distributors depend on each other to function smoothly. If one player drops the ball, the entire team suffers. Finally, it is important to realize that the issues we want to tackle in the future can only be done by working close and connected with each other, like an ecosystem.
Ah, I see. And what is the basis for the ecosystem?
It's called a digital twin. To get a better understanding of the concept, I have a simple example. Our own mobile phone. It's kind of a digital twin of us. It usually knows pretty much everything. Where we have been with whom, who our friends are, what our interests are, how our health condition is, and so on. So a digital twin is a copy of objects from the real world. In a practical example from the global economy, an electric car consists of thousands of parts. The vision and mission is to have a digital copy of each individual car, including all parts with their attributes of all sub-suppliers. Because with this data, completely new opportunities come up. For instance, recall actions. There would never again be a need for unnecessary large-scale recall actions, because even if a component has a defect, we know where and when it was produced, by whom, and which cars these parts are assembled.
Wow, interesting. But when you talk about opportunities, what's the point of all of this?
Yeah, there are many advantages, but two that stand out are sustainability and supply chain resilience. Sustainability means using resources wisely and minimizing waste. By optimizing supply chains with digital twins, we can reduce waste, use less energy, and improve efficiency, since we know at any time which parts are assembled where, what their properties are, and how they can be reused. We can also design products with the circular economy in mind, which means finding ways to reuse or repurpose materials instead of throwing them away. For example, electric car batteries can be repurposed as energy storage devices for homes or businesses. This helps not only to protect the environment, but for sure also to save money.
Yeah, that's great. You also mentioned supply chain resilience. What is meant by that?
Supply chain resilience means being able to deal with interruptions and bounce back from them. In supply chains, it is important to be able to adapt to unexpected events like natural disasters, pandemics, or something on a regular basis, sudden shifts in demand. Within digital ecosystems, we can identify potential problems and find solutions before they harm the production. For instance, within an ecosystem, we can simulate how to deal with a shortage of a particular material or how to reroute a shipment in case of a natural disaster. At the end of the day, we are no longer talking about interruptions, but only about manageable changes in planning.
Wow, thank you for explaining that. It's fascinating to see how technology can help businesses become more sustainable and resilient.